Donald Trump did not stay home over the weekend, and he gave what I can remember as the most deflated, low energy speech of his political career. Donald Trump actually gave two speeches over the weekend. He went to Georgia and spoke to the Republican convention there, and then he flew to North Carolina and spoke to the Republican convention there. I have never seen Trump like this before. Completely deflated. I'm just going to play some clips for you. These are only from his North Carolina speech. The Georgia speech was less remarkable in a sense. So we will just give you a sense of what was discussed, and even the crowd, like not really big other than when Trump said anti-transgender stuff, which we will get to. Here is Donald Trump just sort of ranting about how he went to UPenn and saying, look, they indicted me. They indicted me.
They're thinking I was a very good student at the Wharton School of Finance. Can you imagine? I wonder if they're proud of me. I got indicted. I wonder if they're saying, oh, that's wonderful. I've been indicted twice now in a couple of months. You know, when I was studying and when I was a very, very successful businessman, then I did The Apprentice and I did lots of books that were big sellers.
Yeah.
Even now I have books that are tremendous sellers. I never had this stuff in mind. I never had the word indictment. What's indictment mean? Sir, that's when you're extremely dishonest, sir.
So as you can see, blabbering and blathering aimlessly, and it only got worse. Trump talking about Ron DeSantis, criticizing him, and I guess the crowd's sort of like this. I don't know.
If I weren't leading, we wouldn't be talking about it, but we're leading by a lot. We're leading to sanctimonious by massive numbers. He's heading south quickly. No personality. You got to have a personality to win. He's got no personality.
Yeah.
And, you know, remember.
I mean, even Trump's heart doesn't really seem in this ridiculous speech. And I'll tell you, if I was under the indictments that Trump is under, I wouldn't be able to go out there and give nice speeches and be upbeat. I actually get it. I actually get it. But this is important in order to understand that the things Trump's saying about, oh, this is going nowhere and there's nothing here. This is very serious stuff. And Donald Trump knows it on some level. Trump saying that now it's actually hard to say DeSantis because he's gotten so used to using the nicknames for DeSantis.
56, that means we're leading Ron DeSanctimonious by 56, 69% for Trump, 13% for DeSantis, and Pence has 6. You know, once you get used to saying DeSantis, it's hard to say DeSantis. I was actually being interviewed, I was trying to be serious, and I called him DeSantis. I said, that's not good. But he's changing his name. You know, now it's DeSantis. And I put a little message out. Never change your name in the middle of a campaign.
I have to admit, that actually is funny. It seems one of the stupidest things you can do if you're trying to get name recognition is pronounce your name two different ways, DeSantis and DeSantis. Trump actually, in the midst of all the legal chaos, able to put together a little kernel of good political advice. Donald Trump then seemingly unable to stop talking about massive dumps. I know, guys, it's hard to believe. He's at it again with the dumps.
But we can stop them cold, and we will. And we would have had them stop cold, and they know that. And they cheated like dogs. They cheated like nobody's ever cheated before.
Like a dog.
You turned on your television at 10 o'clock, you would have said Pennsylvania's a lock. We were up by so much, a lock. All of a sudden, you see that big fat dump, that big dump at 3:02 or whatever it was in the morning. It's a disgrace what happened.
Beautifully put, right? I mean, truly a wordsmith. It's beyond parody. Trump then talking about how there is a taint in New England. It's a taint.
Such a big business, such a powerful business, and such an important business. New England has a liberal tint, or taint. I would say taint is a better word, actually.
Right.
But it's a little bit on the liberal side, they say. Such a big business, such a powerful business, and such an important business.
Yeah. Okay. Trump talking about the CNN town hall. And this was building to the highest energy moment of the night, which, of course, was an anti-trans moment. Like, it's almost like you're not going to get the crowd riled up about tax policy. You're not going to get the crowd riled up about getting people health care or dealing with the environment. You're going to get people riled up with anti-trans stuff. But in the midst of that, Trump commenting on the CNN town hall.
New England.
Sorry, this is the wrong clip. Here's the correct clip.
Did you see the town hall with CNN? They got one of the highest ratings they've had in like 11 years, and they end up firing the guy because it was Trump. Instead, right. They should celebrate. We had our highest ratings. You're supposed to get paid for high ratings, Richard. But they had one of the highest ratings they've had in many, many years. I was on with a young woman who was, I said, nasty. She was a very nasty woman. But it worked out very well, and they were all going, he owns you, get him off the air. They're screaming, AOC is screaming, he owns you, get him off the air, stop it. But you'd think if they had high ratings, that would be a big, he should ask for an increase. Instead, they fired him because I was allowed to put across our point of view. It's our.
There you go. And now you can see a guy using his smartphone to film Trump's entire speech. It's all so depressing. Here's the highest energy moment, and this won't surprise you. Trump's highest energy moment was when he talked about anti-trans stuff, and he even acknowledges, wow, people really like hearing this nonsense.
In critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children.
Standing ovation now.
It's amazing how strongly people feel about that. You see, I'm talking about cutting taxes. People go like that. Talk about transgender. Everyone goes crazy.
That is incredible.
Who would have thought 5 years ago you didn't know what the hell it was?
That is an unbelievable statement. Trump is really summarizing in that statement the absurdity of his own movement. They don't care about actual policy. They care about trans culture war, anti-woke nonsense. This is a revelation about what is animating the right today. Trump says, I talk about taxes, people barely clap. I talk about the trans stuff and people go absolutely crazy. This is the monster they built. And the question now is whether this is a monster that can get them a president in the Oval Office. I hope, and to some degree believe, that the answer is no. All of these clips will be available on all of our various platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. Make sure you're following us wherever you like to consume your video content. We're going to take a quick break and then continue our coverage of this completely absurd, farcical weekend in American politics. Here is the perfect Father's Day gift. Get him a Wi-Fi connected digital picture frame from Aura. Our sponsor, Aura, has been named the #1 best digital picture frame by Wirecutter, The Strategist, and Wired. This is not one of these early 2000s picture frames. There's no USB or SD cards, and you get free unlimited storage, and you can instantly frame photos and videos from any device anywhere in the world. I have several of these. I got my dad one, and so now I take pictures of the baby, load them into his Aura frame, and they show up, and everybody loves it. You know, it's no more of these having to bring a slideshow when I visit. I just put the pictures right in the frame. I'm really glad I got him one of these. And right now, Aura has a great deal for Father's Day. Go to auraframes.com/Pacman. Use the code Pacman to get $30 off plus free shipping. This deal ends June 18, so don't wait. Terms and conditions apply. The link is down below.